Students Book 3, CD 2. Unit 4, Vocabulary 1, Exercise 2. 1,
A ruin.
2,
A coastline.
3,
A pyramid.
4,
A temple.
5,
An opera house.
6,
A lighthouse.
7,
A reef.
8,
A rainforest.
9,
A tomb.
10,
A cave.
11.
A castle.
Unit Vocabulary 1, Exercise 4.
What's Merida famous for?
I don't know. Give me a clue.
Who lived in Spain around 2,000 years ago?
Oh, the Romans. Oh yeah, Merida has Roman ruins.
Reading 1, A World of Heritage. Exercise 7.
What do these places have in common? Stonehenge, Burgos Cathedral, North Norfolk Coast Biosphere Reserve, England, and the Roman ruins of Merida. Any ideas? Yes, they are all UNESCO World Heritage Sites. A. There are 890 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Many people think that World Heritage Sites are all famous old structures like Stonehenge, but this is not true. Some are natural places, like North Norfolk Coast Biosphere Reserve, not cultural man-made monuments. Two of the most famous cultural sites are the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Taj Mahal in Agra, India. B. The Egyptian pharaoh Khufu ordered his people to build the Great Pyramid as his tomb. It took nearly 100,000 workers 20 years to complete. The builders needed over 2 million granite blocks to make the pyramid, but first they had to transport the blocks over 500 miles. They used boats to bring the blocks down the River Nile from Aswan, and the result was the biggest pyramid in the world. C. The Taj Mahal is not as old as the Great Pyramid. In the 17th century, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan had a favourite wife called Mumtaz Mahal. When she died, he wanted to build an everlasting monument for her. He ordered 20,000 workers to build an enormous white marble tomb decorated with gold and precious stones. The builders needed more than 1,000 elephants to bring the marble to the site. It took over 20 years to build, and it looks more like a palace than a tomb. Many people think the Taj Mahal is more beautiful than the Great Pyramid. Some people even call it the loveliest building in the world. Why not look at the UNESCO website and find out if there are any World Heritage Sites near you?
Unit Pronunciation. Exercise A.
R. Part. Taj Mahal. Marble. Everlasting. A. Cave. Rainforest. Slave. Famous. Ooh. Tomb. Ruin. True. beautiful.
Unit Pronunciation. Exercise B. 1,
Slaves built the Taj Mahal.
2,
It was a beautiful dark cave.
3,
The ruins are in a rainforest.
Unit Listening. Amazing places. Exercise 9.
Welcome to this week's edition of Amazing Places. Today, our reporter Barbara is in Spain, where she has visited an amazing place and discovered an amazing person. Barbara, tell us all about it.
Hello everyone. Yes, I'm in Spain, in a small town 20 kilometres from Madrid called Mejorada del Campo. This is where the amazing Justo Gallego Martínez, or Don Justo, as they call him here, is building his cathedral.
Is he an architect?
No, he's not an architect. He's a farmer. He has no training in building at all, but he says the plans are all in his head.
When did he start building his cathedral?
He started building in 1961, and he thinks it will take another 15 to 20 years to finish. And he's already over 80 years old, so he may not live to see it.
But it's a model cathedral, surely.
No, it's not a model. It is really big, 8,000 metres squared. It has a dome which rises more than 40 metres into the sky. There is also a library and offices. It's enormous.
But he can't build all this on his own. Does he have help?
Well, he worked on his own for many years, but now his 6 nephews help him. And in summer, volunteers also come and help out.
And how does he pay for all the materials? The bricks, the cement, the stone? Is he very rich?
No, he's not. Most of the building materials he uses are recycled. Things like buckets, pieces of wood, plastic and petrol cans, rubber tyres, bicycle wheels. Sometimes local construction companies give him materials too. And of course, visitors who come to see the cathedral give him donations.
Is he famous in Spain?
Yes, he is now, because in 2005 he made a TV advert for a well-known sports drink, so everyone heard about him and his cathedral.
Well, thanks, Barbara. What an incredible story.
Unit Speaking. Exercise 2.
Hi, Megan. How was the weekend?
Great! Rita and I went to Cambridge.
Really? Why did you go there?
We went to visit my cousins who live there.
Unit Speaking. Exercise 3.
So, what's Cambridge like?
It's very beautiful.
What is there to do there?
Well, you can visit museums and the university.
Museums? Sounds boring. What was the weather like?
Great. It was very sunny.
Oh, good. So, was it fun?
Yeah, we had a good time. We went on a boat trip.
Yeah? What happened?
Rita fell in the river.
Really? Nice one.
Unit Culture. Famous places. Exercise 7. Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace is the London home of the British royal family. It is in Westminster, in the city centre.
A royal home.
The palace was built in 1703, but it didn't become the home of the royal family until 1837. People know when the Queen is there because they can see her flag on top of the palace. When she's away, the flag isn't there.
The palace today.
Queen Elizabeth II does a lot of her work in the palace. 450 people work there. The palace has 775 rooms, including 52 royal and guest bedrooms and 188 bedrooms for people who work in the palace.
Visiting the palace.
Thousands of people visit the palace every year. Many tourists watch the changing of the guard, a famous ceremony which happens every day outside the palace. In the summer, tourists can visit some of the rooms inside the palace. Also in the summer, the Queen invites about 50,000 people to her garden parties.
Unit Vocabulary 2. Exercise 2.
Quick. Quickly. Happy. Happily. Good. Well. Careful. Carefully. Bad. Badly. Quiet. Quietly. Noisy. Noisily. Hard. Hard. Fast. Fast. Easy. Easily. Angry. Angrily.
Unit Reading 2. Exercise 8.
Hi, Robert. I'm in New York with Mum and Dad. It's so cool. We arrived yesterday and we're having a great time. Today we did a lot of sightseeing. We went up the Empire State Building and had lunch in a diner. My burger was big enough for 2 people. Then we went to the Statue of Liberty, which was okay, but it wasn't exciting enough for me. I thought it was bigger. Then Dad wanted to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's the biggest museum in New York. We got a taxi to the museum, but we were too late. It was closed. Hooray! But tomorrow we're going to go at 10 a.m, so we'll have enough time to look carefully at everything. Boring. I'm going to look at the modern art quickly and then sit in the coffee shop. I'll write again soon. Bye! Imogen.
Unit Writing. Exercise 1.
Hidden London. Hampstead Heath in London is a special place. It's near the city centre, but it is a very big park. It's a really good place to relax, especially when the weather is sunny. The Heath is a really good place for tourists to visit because there is something for everyone to do. There are playgrounds for quite young children, but also lots of spaces with benches where teenagers can hang out with their friends and chat. In the summer, people swim or go fishing in the lakes. In Hampstead Village, there are lots of small bars and restaurants where you can have a coffee or a meal. My favourite place is Louis', a Hungarian bakery and cake shop. It's not very expensive and the cakes are really good, but it does get quite crowded, so you need to get there early. When you're in London and you need to get out of the city, go to Hampstead Heath.
Unit Clil. Geography. The creation of a waterfall.
The upper course of a river is usually high above sea level, in hills or mountains. The river travels downwards and cuts through the landscape with vertical erosion. One of the geographical features which are formed by vertical erosion is a waterfall. This is typical in the upper course of a river and eventually creates a gorge. The water travels over the hard rock and erodes the softer rock underneath. A plunge pool forms at the base of the waterfall. The swirling water and rocks erode the soft rock behind it. Eventually, the front of the cap rock collapses. The waterfall moves backwards and the process is repeated again. A steep-sided gorge is formed.